At the young age of 23, Ron Taylor began honing his leadership and operation skills with such companies as Allergan and Hybratech. It was soon after that he would be chosen to lead the legendary PYXIS team.
So in the spring, early summer of 1987, PYXIS began with a very impressive team of a venture capitalist, a nurse and nun, and a terminated operations vice president from Eli Lilly Hybratech, Ron Taylor.
Many times when Ron and I were raising money, we'd go to a venture fund. We'd have our presentation, they'd have seen our business plan. After the meetings, Ron and I would debrief, look at each other and say, well, what do you think? Do you think they're interested or not? And a lot of times Ron would just kind of look at me, shake his head and go, they think we're nuts.
We all worked in the face of no. There was no one person dealing with no. Everything was a no. However, Ron, with his leadership and a team of people, broke down every single one of those barriers.
And that's the kind of thing Ron didn't complain, Ron didn't say this is impossible, he just got it done.
Ron's success was built on focus and determination, and his innovative approach to management.
Well, when I think of Ron Taylor, the thing that immediately comes to mind is that he is a one-of-a-kind team builder.
Ron did want to and did interview every candidate that came into PYXIS for years through the company's growth.
While that was an arduous process to have him interview every single person, it really played into the teamwork.
Whether it was Ron on the production floor or Ron working with a sales rep or Ron working on a business plan, whatever needed to be done, Ron would be zeroed in.
He literally wasn't a fishbowl. He had a glass wall and his door was open all the time. And you would just see people coming in and out all day.
It was always all about the people, about the passion, and then came the products that made the markets.
I remember one day going into work, it was a Friday and it was payday, but I could tell something was wrong.
Ron, there's no money in the bank to cover the paychecks. And Ron spent the rest of the day taking a second mortgage out on his home to cover those paychecks.
Ron often doesn't come across as being warm and fuzzy, but he certainly did know that taking care of the people that got the job done was important. And we all felt that he had our backs.
A few of Ron's secrets to success were building the right team and empowering his employees to work to their fullest abilities.
Ron was a person who, I think, excelled at making clear what his expectations were of you and then getting out of your way and letting you do it.
Ron handed us insane amounts of responsibility and expected us to get out there and make that happen. And anything less than that was really unacceptable.
He somehow found a way to cause us to work the hours that were necessary, to do the things that were necessary, to travel when we didn't want to travel, to do all of those things without ever asking us to.
He had this way of kind of leaning forward and focusing right on you, and it was like he was more than listening.
His eyes do not come off your eyes. He will not break a stare, he will not break a move, he is with you 100%.
And that always made people feel respected at all levels within the organization.
Ron's innate leadership qualities and the legacy of PYXIS has left a significant imprint on San Diego and companies across the U.S.
Well, I think that Ron's role and PYXIS' success has had a major impact on San Diego.
Ron inspired a number of us to go out and, after PYXIS, start companies and try to duplicate what we had put together at PYXIS.
Recreating a PYXIS is not an easy thing to do, but there's a lot of people out there trying, and that's what we need them to do. And so Ron has been very instrumental in setting off a lot of people in motion to create many successful companies.
So Ron, congratulations for being inducted to Connect's Entrepreneurial Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much for everything you have done. You did a great job getting PYXIS off the ground.
You've had a huge impact on my life, your employees, nurses around the world, and the city of San Diego.
And thanks for all you've done for me and the community.
Thank you for all you've done for healthcare and for all of us who've worked with you over the years.
You're the most deserving and a good friend. Thanks for all the memories.
I thank you for what you've done for me and for all of my coworkers. I wish you the best.
We've forever changed the way medications were dispensed in the world. We've spawned many other companies. It's because of you. Cheers to you.
Today, we are proud to honor Ron Taylor as the 11th inductee into Connect's Entrepreneur Hall of Fame.